51. This is the 51st video for my channel, not counting the shorts I put up in the early days. And I am 51 years old. I think this is the perfect time to reflect on why YouTube changed everything for me. So why start a YouTube channel in my early 50s? And why did it change everything for me? My channel is a little over 1 year old. At the moment of recording this, I am having 2,742 subscribers and my videos are having a little bit over 200,000 overall views. Insane! YouTube even gifted me with this little YouTube neon lamp a few days ago. But to answer the question why having a YouTube channel changed everything, I have to give you some background. I am a director. I do fiction. I shot my first film in 1998. It was released in 1999. I was 27 at the time and I was working at Swiss Television as a picture editor. I did not go to film school. Actually, the day I got rejected from film school was the day I started my first feature film project. I was always and still am a learning by doing person. At that point, I have had a decent career as a film director working mostly for German primetime television. I directed some 50 episodes of primetime TV series and about 20 TV movies. Looking back, I think I can say I did well. Of course, it's a tough and very competitive business. I belong to a generation of filmmakers who maybe had an 8mm or a VHS camera when they started. So I think there was a lot more magic about the whole business. Today, I would say there's a general feeling that everybody can work in media and everybody can do fiction. Maybe this is because the technical aspect is more accessible. And there is YouTube. There's this platform where everybody can release their work to a worldwide audience. This was not possible in the late 90s. You had to organize a screening and find friends who could come over and see your video or short film. Even though I had a decent career, I sometimes think, would my career have gone differently if I had YouTube in my early 20s? I did exactly those kind of videos at this time, but I did not have an audience to show them to. And then I think, stop whining, stop questioning everything that is in the past. Overall, you did well. But of course, as I mentioned, it's hard and it's competitive. I had very good years and I had years without a job at all. In my industry, more people want jobs than actual jobs are available. Getting a job can be hassle, and this does not stop. I always thought when I get older, this would get easier. It does not. When you're young, they tell you that you are too young and have no experience. When you have experience, they tell you you're old. When your last film was a comedy, they will tell you that you cannot do a drama or a crime show. When your last film was a thriller, they tell you you can't do comedy. I get asked a lot, what do I need to do to work in the film industry? And the question is universal. It does not matter if you want to be a director, an actor, a producer, writer, makeup artist, or whatever. I always say you need to want it more than the other person. You need to make people feel that you are the solution, not the other person. This sounds like you need a lot of self-belief. Sure. But you know, if you have this inner urgency that you cannot exist if you cannot do this specific job in the film industry, people will feel that. And you will outshine any self-doubt. This is something you cannot produce, you cannot learn. It has to be inside of you. But if you have that inside of you, the second important thing will happen at one point. Someone in a powerful position will see you and will help you. This sounds like the luck part. And of course, in a way, it is. But when you keep showing up, eventually someone will see you. Of course, you will have good years and you will have bad years. But you will be able to make a living out of it. Here comes YouTube into my story. I have always had this problem, what to do when I not have a film project. Being able to make a living from my passion puts me in this strange situation where it's very hard for me not to work. Because I'm doing as a profession the thing I would do in my free time if I had another job. I hope that makes sense. In my 3 decades in the industry, I had, as I mentioned, some bad years as well. Years where either projects were cancelled or there was just nothing around where I was a fit. As a film director, you depend on others to want to work with you. Of course, you can develop your own project, but still, you need other people to believe in it. Making films is a team effort, not something you can do by yourself. But you can do YouTube videos by yourself. That would mean I had to go in front of a camera, and I am a behind the camera person. And if I did this YouTube channel, people in the industry would think, what's going on with him now? Doesn't he work as a director anymore? And why is he talking about photography? And does Leica pay him? And what if my videos are boring, or me talking in front of a camera is embarrassing, or these kind of segments are embarrassing, or my videos in general are not good enough? I'm a perfectionist. I cannot release something I don't think is 100% good. I can't tell you when exactly the point was where I said, who cares? I can do whatever I want. With my films, I always have the feeling if someone doesn't like them, it's more their problem, not mine. As long as I invested everything I have in the moment of making it. Every film you learn. If you give everything you know while making it, it has to be enough. If someone doesn't like it, then it's because there is something happening in their life that prevents them from being open to my point of view, to my humor, or the way I try to touch them. Or we just have different tastes. So why does it feel different when I'm releasing a video on YouTube? Is it just because I'm in front of the camera? And in a way, there is your answer. I started my YouTube channel at a point where other projects did not happen. Why did they not happen? It does not matter. That's just sometimes the way it is. I started the channel and it changed everything. It took me out of my comfort zone. And this is usually the place where magic happens. It took me a few videos to accept that my videos are okay, that I'm actually doing okay talking to a camera, and that I'm generally able to do this. Even though it's still strange for me to talk to a camera, it's okay. I was never afraid of talking to a live crowd, but directly into a camera is strange. But you get used to it, even though I do it in English, which is not my first language. All that strangely resulted in some added self-confidence. But the most valuable thing I got out of this was your reactions, which are still blowing me away. They always say not to read the comments. Bullshit. The comments are the best thing. The time you guys spent giving me feedback, wow. The conversations we had about photography, about filmmaking, the personal interactions I had with some of you at the NAB show or some Leica stores in Los Angeles or Berlin. That's mind-blowing to me. And all that happened while I used my time not working to work on some videos, to do the things I like most, to share my knowledge, talk about photography, storytelling, creativity, how to approach ideas and technical gear. And you know what else? I finally had a reason to learn more about, for example, DaVinci Resolve, because I edit my YouTube videos myself, something I do not do with the films I direct. And I learned about color grading. I even did some courses and bought myself a grading panel. All this, I think, will also benefit me in my profession as a director, because I have a better understanding now for the people who are doing those jobs. Yes, YouTube changed everything for me. Even though I started the channel late, after I became 50. It did not only give me a platform to share videos, it gave me a place where I can create whatever I want and how I want it. Because it's my channel. I talked a lot about photography in my first year, but there are a lot of more topics I like to make videos about. Of course, I like my channel to grow, but more important for me is to be doing videos on a regular basis and engaging with you guys. I'd love to be in an even closer dialogue with you. So please let me know in the comments what kind of videos you like to see, which topics, for example, regarding Leica I should cover, or if there is anything specific on filmmaking, gear, writing, or even directing you'd like to know. And if you're thinking about starting your own YouTube channel, do it. Don't wait as long as I waited. It's a lot of work, but it's very rewarding on so many levels. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up. And if it hasn't happened yet, please subscribe to the channel to not miss a future video. If you want to know why I moved on from my LA apartment, check out this video. And stay tuned for my future content. Until then, do as I do. Stay curious.